Okay, hello everyone. So today we got an acoustic guitar. The owner says he comes from Indonesia. The build quality is actually quite nice. Only one main issue, or maybe two main issue, is that this bridge here, when he came in, the bridge is almost going to fly off the body. Okay, so if you see the video later on, you can see that actually what happens is that he has, the builder actually glued on the bridge to the body on top of the finish, meaning he didn't prep for the bridge to actually adhere to the body itself. So that one is one thing. That's why it's separating first at the back and start to tilt forward, um, almost halfway through. Okay. Sometimes on this kind of guitars they have like a alignment, what we call it, plug at the corners here, so it can align to the body nicely. So if let's say you want to separate this on your own, then of course you might want to consider actually sawing it off, or consider very carefully try and pry it out using heat. Okay, so yeah. So what I did is I separate the body to the guitar, applying a bit of heat, and after that slowly and gently just prying it out, um, to get it separate from one another. Okay, so that one is one thing. Okay, the other thing is when I want to use my clamps. Okay, this is a ibex sound hole clamp, okay, for the bridge. So typically when you use this, there's actually another plate going underneath the bridge. So if you can imagine this, inside there's actually another bridge cowl that I need to put on top to actually hold down these wings of the bridge itself. But because of the bracing in the middle, there's an X bracing here, okay, which is quite thick, so I cannot actually get the clamp to actually go in quite nicely. So at the end, what I did was I just used the clamps by its own, and then of course shim to protect the finish of the bridge itself. It's pretty unconventional because when typically I would use the cowl to actually protect the top side and the clamps, but in this case I don't have that option, so I need to actually shim the underside of this bridge to clear the height of the bracing itself before I can use that particular clamp. Okay, yeah, it's a bit tricky. I need to what do I do next, so I need to find alternative ways to actually get it to clamp nicely. Okay, so there's no separation at the back. Actually it's quite it fills up quite nicely. Okay, the other thing is, of course, if let's say you want to do this on your own, please prep the surface, meaning in the video later on you can see that you either can sand down to bare wood. The other thing is you can use a rotary tool to actually scrub off the finish before it gets to the wood itself, or you can actually scrape and chisel the area out, meaning, but you have to be very careful. You only just want to take out the finish and not the wood itself. Yeah, then the other thing you want to consider is that this bridge is not, sometimes when it came in, when you buy a new bridge, sometimes it's flat. In this case the body is not entirely flat. Okay, acoustic body sometimes they have this curve to it. Alright, so if you are quite critical about that, of course you want to match that radius to the bridge itself, but typically it's not so necessary. But if you want to do that, there's an option to do that as well. So you want to consider doing that in your process. Alright, other than that, the guitar is quite nice. On the 12th fret is 1.0 1.8 to 2. Then on the treble side is 1.75. Suggested action will be 12 fret 2.3 and treble side 1.8. So this is slightly a bit higher. Might want to consider getting it set up, but on the first 5 frets, is actually okay. So there's if you just play exclusively on the first 5 frets, then it shouldn't be any problem. Only when you go up to 5 onwards, then you might have some issue because it can be a bit tighter to play and your intonation might be off. So yeah, but all in all the guitar is good. I'm going to give you a sound test to have an idea of the sound. Let me just get a pick real quick. Okay. That's good. Okay, great. That's good. Let me know when you want to pick up or you want to continue doing the setup work. Setup work I will bring down to be a bit more comfortable. My aim is always 1.75 for the acoustic guitar, which is lower than the suggested setting, but it will be a bit more comfortable. Let me check if you can go to 1.75 real quick. Okay. 1.75. Yeah, so you can have that option. On the treble side, it can go up to 1.25. So you want to consider doing that. Let me know if you want to do a setup work. Okay, bye.